Are you a passionate woman? Do you want to cook one day, write one day, travel one day? You just have so many passions and you don't really know which one you can make a profit out of or which one that you just want to keep as your passion. Well, subscribe to Black Girls Den, because in this episode, we are going to be talking about being multi-passionate women.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Girls Den. I'm your girl Sheree.
And I am Alicia.
So we are so excited because we are finally into our segment where we are talking about chasing the bag. Yes, these are all about success stories, putting the epitome of Black women on stage front. So we are giving honor to that, as well as talking about things, how you can get out of your small town, transit into a big city if you have dreams. As we said in the beginning of this episode, if you're multi-passionate, you want to turn your passion into paychecks. So this episode is definitely for you. But as y'all know, we always start out with some Den announcements in our Den diaries. So I'm going to let Miss Alicia take the floor on our Den announcements because we got some special treats for y'all.
Yes. So first, we want to invite y'all to our Wind Down Wednesday. It is August 28th at 7:30 p.m. And it is virtual. So you're invited, your friends invited, share the link. The link to the Eventbrite will be in the description, and it will be on YouTube Live. And you also can purchase a wine glass if you would like to on the website, or you can even do a mug, if you want to drink some tea or something like that. Purchase your wine glass and purchase your mug so y'all can drink with us and wind down. We're going to do hot topics. We're going to do giveaways.
Yes.
And we also are going to give away wine glass. We're going to give away some money because we are doing a survey with our listeners, which will also be linked in the description. And it's like a census, but we trying to support and do things better that will help our audience.
Yeah, and trying to build our community.
Yeah, and so when you enter that in, you will be able to enter in a giveaway where we'll do a wine glass or we'll do a gift card. And so that's what we have going on there. So make sure you check out the description and join us for our Wind Down Live. We want to keep doing those. So this will be our first one, and it's August, and it's my birthday month.
Yeah.
So yes, shout out to that. And we are also doing a giveaway. If you're in the Louisville area, we are partnering with Dirty City Sud.
Ooh, it was a little mouthful.
Okay. If you do a review on Apple or Spotify, you'll be entered into win one of these. This is a one-time thing, but hopefully you'll love it.
And we prefer you to tag someone on social media.
Yeah, and tag someone on social media about our podcast. Yes. I actually just used it. Baby, the clothes still smell like they came out the washer and dryer 3 days. Right, 3 days later when I put it up. So it's really good. I'm like, I need to book her again, y'all, because I'm busy. But yes, check her out. Louisville area only though, so sorry. But yes, leave a review on the podcast on Apple iTunes, and then tag someone in our comments if you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. We look at all of that. And also, if you share with a friend of our Wind Down Wednesday, we might, give you a chance to enter in as well. But we are doing all these giveaways and we are doing all these announcements and stuff like that at our Wind Down Wednesday. So you want to be live with us on August 28th at 7:30 p.m. so that you can hear if you won these things,
Yes.
And last but not least, we also have a candle, and it is called A Bit of Sunshine. So we're partnering with Fly Girl, and she is giving our listeners 15% off, I think.
No, 20%
20% off. Yes. 20% off if you put BGDPOD in the checkout. So go check her out and go get a candle. If this is your first time purchasing a Black Girls Den wine mug or mug, put BGDPOD and you'll get 15% off your first wine glass.
Yes.
So yes. It's a lot happening. So all these announcements, all these words, everything. Someone sponsor us a teleprompter, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Period.
So yes, wine glasses, mugs, giveaways for laundry, candles, Wind Down Wednesdays. Everything's going to be in the show notes. If you are listening to this on audio, make sure you check the show notes. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you check the description. Make sure y'all support, share, and come out and have a good wind down with us and give us some topics that y'all want to talk about.
So, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I hope to see you there.
We do.
But yeah, so with all of the giveaways and stuff, this is actually in lieu of Black Business Month. So we are definitely partnering up with these ladies because they are Black business women on putting themselves on the map just like we are. So we definitely want to support them, their local vendors. And also too, this is Wellness Month. It's Black Wellness Month. So it kind of goes all into everything. The candles making you feel good. You can put it by a bubble bath, wine glasses, sip on your tea in a mug. Got the laundry service if you're in the local area. So yeah.
Close your mind and just get the visual. Close your eyes and your mind and get the visual. You're drinking candle, bubble bath. Ooh, and then you go to your door after you get dressed and your laundry's there.
Period.
I mean,
that's what you asked for.
That screams wellness to me.
It sure does.
Yeah, happy Wellness Month.
Yay. So, yeah, starting out with our Den Diaries, we wanted to touch on Miss Rihanna. So I would love to highlight her success story because you guys know that with the Olympics, Fenty actually was one of the sponsors. So we wanted to kind of talk about how Miss Rihanna is always known as a singer mongol, but she kind of turned her passions into profits. So I think with her, she's been very inspirational. She's definitely someone that I do look up to. And yeah, I mean, she's just on top of her game. Like, do you have anything to say about Rihanna's success stories?
Yeah, I think that it's interesting because we don't ever really know what Rihanna wanted to be. Yes, she was a singer, but also she did come up under Jay-Z. And if you know about Jay-Z, Jay-Z says, like, you're a businessman, like, not a business, right? And so even in general, like, music is one thing, but so it's like, well, was Rihanna wanted to be a singer or did she want to be this beauty people? People could be asking her for a song, she's not bringing them out. So I think it was interesting how she used her fan base of music and then went into Savage, now Fenty, because I use Fenty now. Rihanna, come over here and sponsor us, girl. But like going from Savage to Fenty, so now it's beauty and now it's skincare, but now she's even in the hair, right? So it's kind of like she is definitely a multi-passionate woman, and she shows her passions. It's like inclusivity, it's like worldwide and everything like that. And then also she has kids, she has a man, so it's like she has everything that like she wants in a sense that we think, because that's
kind of seems like a dream life almost.
Yes, that she shows us, and she's a billionaire, so it's like kind of what more do you want? So I would say that I don't know if I ever looked up to her, like inspired by her or whatever, but I can see how she like, they ride for her like the Navy. So I was like, I like how she was able to turn whatever she wanted, her profit, into her passion, because clearly music is not her passion. So her passion must seems to be beauty or skincare, or she's like, I can get into, I know she likes fashion and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so I think that it was cool how she was able to change it, so like simultaneously, because they always tell women like stick to one thing, but it's like, no, some women are multi-passionate, so like I like how she was able to turn her music audience base into something else. They try to shade Beyonce like that, but I'm like, everybody
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, with Beyonce, she's always been multi-passionate. You know, they wrote her out with acting, but you know.
Well, they wrote her out. Oh, they did. I know they wrote her acting, but they wrote her out with her hair. They all didn't let Sacred come through. But even before that, her clothing, the Darion jeans.
Yes, I was going to mention that.
Yes, like with Beyonce, they want her to like stay into the music arena, and they don't want her to go out there. But with like Rihanna, and I don't know how the smooth transition or whatever it is, but like, so it is kind of hard for some women. But even if you look at Tiana Taylor, she was like music, but now she went into the directing field. So now she like directs and stuff. So there is ways to do it. It's just kind of like, how do you do it and what way? So I think Rihanna is a great person to be in, like, oh, like this is her like what's it called, like path or whatever, like this is her blueprint, like trying to do something like that.
I just like how she's all about inclusivity, because you know she's about women positivity, body positivity, like just be your own self, be your true self, stay to you, like be comfortable in your own skin. So I think that's her overarching brand, and I think that's needed in society. I think that's why so many women relate to Rihanna, because I'm like, yes, she is a black woman, but she's just here for the girls, period, it seems like. Yeah,
she's even opening up doors in China and stuff like that. Now, I don't ever hear her talk that much, so I don't really know what she's passionate about or what she wants, but through whatever her brand and her team is, they do a good way of pushing that out. So that's what I think.
You got the team behind you, you can make things work. The dream team.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to build, a dream team.
And even speaking of success, like I like how Serena Williams, her direction is going as well with her brand, her launching of that as well.
She has beauty too.
I think so. Yeah.
Black girls ain't about to have beauty.
Hey, I would not be opposed to that. I definitely love skin care because I know when I was a kid growing up, I was making my little concoctions, my mask, my hair mask. Oh yeah, that's like, I wouldn't say that's one of my dreams, but that's definitely used to be one of my passions, was doing stuff. Some people were kind of surprised, like they were like, fashion. They're like, I always knew you as like a beauty person, like makeup, hair, you know, like kind of like that type of thing. But I don't know.
Beauty is where the money is made, like, because that people, like, I like it, but then I don't like it, because it's like, okay, beauty is great, but then it's like, but now it's so much of like natural and like love the skin tone you're in and stuff like that. I was surprised that Serena would go to beauty just because everything that's happening, but she do got a man that put her in position, so that's another thing. You got to have somebody that puts you in position. So I like Serena, like, she retired, she's doing beauty, she's a mom, she had another kid. I didn't know she had another kid. Now she a mama too. That's how they be saying it.
Right.
She's married, and then she's just doing her businesses and stuff like that. So I think that's cool too. But hers is a whole different industry. Like, she came from tennis. Like, that's a whole different industry. So it's like, I don't know what she really is passionate besides tennis. You know, I don't know. So
I guess maybe skincare and hair and stuff like that. I know she's really big into beauty because Serena stayed with a beat face.
Do she? They be coming for her face all the time.
Really?
Well, yeah, they always talk about her skin and her face. They always talk about her face and her makeup don't be looking like, they was looking like, they was talking about how it was like looking like it was bleached or something like that. Yeah, and like her makeup don't be looking right. They always talk about that, but now recently they've been giving her props because her new team has been doing
well. That's what I'm saying. Like with the Olympics, they gave her more, like, I think, flowers on that.
Yeah, she is doing really well, but they were talking about that bad. That's like, like about her makeup.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it was bad. So,
but yeah, so if you guys have any women that you look up to or heard of any success stories, let us know in the comments below as well, because there are so many. Like, even with our previous episode, we kind of dedicated that to Tabitha Brown, because as y'all know, Auntie Tab is on top right now. The girl, she has all her stuff out in Target, her food line, her wine line, which we may have that for the Wine Down Wednesday as well. Because I've tried the red wine. It's good. She's a little tart, but I have not tried the white Moscato yet. So I heard it's a little sweet. So that's more of my jam. So I'm excited to try that as well. So yeah, if y'all have any success stories, anybody that you like to find inspiring, let us know in the comments. But we're going to get into this wellness. So there are 8 dimensions of wellness. So I'm going to just name them off to see what kind of ones relate to you all and which ones relate to us as well. So we have physical wellness, we have emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, social wellness, spiritual wellness, occupational wellness, and environmental wellness. Is that all 8? I believe it is. Nope.
Oh, one more.
We got financial wellness. So yes, we're gonna just deep dive into these dimensions and see which ones relate to us and also how they relate to you all as well. So I mean, starting with the dimensions, like, which ones do you feel like sticks out to you the most?
Yeah, I would say the ones that I know mostly better are like social, physical, emotional, and spiritual. The occupational, environmental one, those aren't really like up there. Financial is pretty low too. So wellness is interesting to me.
So better yet, like, which ones of these areas do you feel like you're doing the best in right now? Which ones do you think you can kind of do more work in?
Oh, well, that's what I was saying though. Like, the ones that I feel like I probably would do better, that I'm doing better is physical, because I feel like I work out a lot. Well, intellectual, spiritual is, good. I don't really... Social, I guess, is okay. I don't really know, like, connection between people and stuff. Financial wellness, everybody can have more money. Environment, I don't even really think too much about my environment. And occupational wellness, finding personal satisfaction and enrichment through work or career. That's a tough one right now. So yeah, I would say like my emotional wellness is okay. Physical, and then social, and spiritual is getting a little better, most likely.
That's good.
What about you?
Ooh, I can definitely say I relate to all of these dimensions. They go into every single person on this earth. But I would say overall with physical wellness, I'm getting a little bit better with that as well. I have been trying to change up my diet a little bit, and I have been definitely going to the gym a lot more. Mm-hmm. You know, my schedule, it flips every 2 seconds. So I'm trying to get acquainted back to the night shift. But I feel like with that, I'm incorporating more workouts into it. And I think that helps a lot with also your emotional wellness, because sometimes with exercise, it can help with coping stress or release certain, you know, issues that you have going on and stuff like that.
That never works for me.
Really?
No, I don't think the gym relieves stress for me. I think sleeping relieves my stress.
Oh yeah, sleeping's always good too, and I feel like eating too.
Yeah,
or traveling.
That just makes you gain weight. Yeah, like I just feel like I go to the gym kind of because I have to. Not to cut you off, but I'm like, people always like, I get the endorphins. They be feeling like I be tired and exhausted after I get out the gym.
Yeah,
and it don't really give.
I guess they're saying like maybe whenever they're actually in the gym, when they're like lifting weights or whatever the case may be, like they're going hard, they can release like some aggression, but then like yes, after that you kind of do feel fatigued.
Yeah, so. Maybe because I'm not aggressive per se. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like I go to the gym, I work out. I mean, it can take your mind off of things, but I don't feel like it lowers my stress.
Stress, yeah.
I be stressed right when I walk out there.
I'm weak. Stress when you get there, stress when you get out.
Yeah, it don't really help with that.
Intellectual wellness, that's dealing with your learning, creativity, problem solving. I don't really feel like I have any issues with that. I've always been a pretty intellectual person. I think I can always be more intellectual, and I try to stay reading different articles, keeping myself acknowledged in that sense as well. But yeah, I think with social wellness, don't really have a problem with that too much. I try to balance out my support system, friends and stuff. I know the friends now that I can go to for certain things. Some friends I can't go to for certain things. I'm like, as I'm getting older, I'm really starting to see that. I'm really wanting to have people like really show up for me, like really be there for me. Like, you know, because we talked about this on previous episodes. We're like, you know how like I'm more of like into talking to like a therapist about deeper things. But I feel like if you don't have a friend that like you can go to about certain issues as well, it's like, what are y'all even friends for, you know?
That's how I feel. That's why I say I talk to my friends, because I don't understand why I have friends but I can't talk to you.
Right. But I'm not going to talk to all my friends about all my certain problems. Like, you know, I do have certain friends for certain things though. So yeah. Spiritual wellness, definitely could always work on that, you know, with my relationship with God. You know, that's always going to be a spiritual warfare thing. Like, either you're going to stay on the dark side, or stay on the light side. But sometimes, you know, you kind of go back and forth between, like, occupational wellness. Ooh, child. I can talk about this in a whole episode itself, because work is a soap opera. Let's just say that. I love some of my coworkers, some of them not so much, just to be quite frank. You know, and I think that plays into the environmental wellness as well. I think with occupational wellness, it kind of plays into the dynamic of work. Because, you know, if there's drama that's going on, there's tension, emotions flying all over the place, then it's kind of like, it's making a non-kosher environment to work in. And that's one of the things that I'm the biggest, you know, at dealing with and stuff, is like my environment. Because it's like with us, like, you know, we record together, like we live together and stuff. So I'm like, we got to keep up a good relationship, because I'm like, we don't want it to play into our home environment, and we do business together. So I'm like, all of that ties in, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really big on environmental wellness and occupational wellness, but not so much on occupational. Financial wellness, definitely, I'm okay with it, but I feel like I could definitely do it better, especially when it comes to managing my money and budgeting.
My girl be spending money.
Yes. Because I love to travel. I love to go out to eat. I like to go to brunch, the whole 9 yards. I feel like that's really what I spend my money on, because I'm really not like the person that goes out and gets my nails done every 5 seconds, gets my hair done. Like, you know, I can be frugal about some things, but when it comes to food, baby, I'm going to spend my money.
Yeah, it is like that. That's why I hate all these debates. Like, you got to get this, you got to get this, you got to get this. They like, maintenance is this, like, it's on the thing, like, how much do you pay for maintenance? How much? It's like, some people like to travel. Like, I like to travel. Right. Okay, I don't get my nails done every 2 weeks. I get them done every 6 weeks. So I think it does depend on that too. And it's like, I would love to spend more money, but I only have so much to spend, in a sense, you know. Right. So it's like, that's why it's kind of hard to do different things. People have different budgets, so it's kind of like you kind of gotta, you know, make it and figure out like what you're going to be frugal on.
Right.
I feel like
exactly.
I'm frugal on a lot of things, but yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, the stuff I really want to do is getting a massage every week, getting my nails done every 2 weeks, getting my hair done every month. And child, I can't do that. So.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get a massage done for my birthday. Oh, actually, this episode's coming on my birthday.
Yes.
So comment below happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Alicia.
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking about that because I really want a massage. But I'm like, let me get a massage on my birthday because like that's like a treat. Yeah, because the massages are like $200. I mean, 100 to 150. And they be like tips, and I'd be like, tip them. I just gave them the whole service, but I don't know. I wanted to go back on the intellectual one though because I was, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. I did my first audiobook and it was about power moves with Sarah Jakes, and I got it done in a week. And I was like, I have never done an audiobook, but now, I mean, I do listen to podcasts, so it's kind of like an audiobook, but it's not all day. But I'm very proud of myself for listening to Power Moves for a week. And now I think I'm about to be into my audiobook thing. So just like learning and listening to people and stuff like that, I think that is something that I'm going to probably do more is get audiobooks. I'm trying to get some more recommendations now because I don't want to sit and read because I just can't sit and read all the time. So I feel like audiobooks are really good. And I don't have Audible. So if Audible wants to sponsor this, y'all can do that.
Okay, period.
But yeah, so if y'all have any suggestions on audiobooks that y'all are listening to, let me know because, child, I'm in there now with the audiobooks. I'm in there. So, yeah, there was one other one. That's what I was going to say. You're talking about social wellness. And so I was talking about, like, finding more friendships and stuff like that. So I think I am trying to, like, cultivate, like, you know, more friendships and, like, better friends or whatever. I don't say better friends. I'll say more friends or, like, better relationships with people or something like that. So I feel like I'm working on that, like, trying to be more intentional with working on that. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that one because I forgot. Spiritual wellness, I did go to church. I'm trying to go to church more. It's just so hard. I do have a Bible. Now, have I picked up the Bible? Haven't picked up the Bible.
No.
But, you know.
Me either. Not since
God
Bible
don't
study.
play about me. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say as well. But short plug, small plug. The 8 Dimension of Wellness. If you did not know, I do have another podcast. It's called Millennial Thoughts. We did a whole season on mental health, and this is one of the episodes we did too as well. So we were talking about like where was our mental health at, what's our wellness is. So shout out to Sabria, who was my other co-host. She actually introduced me to the 8 things of wellness.
Oh, that works because isn't she like a therapist or a psychiatrist or something?
She is a therapist. So the 8
that makes sense.
Yeah, 8 things of. What is it? 8 something of wellness.
8 dimensions.
Yeah. So shout out to her if she's watching this.
Shout out to you, girl.
8 dimensions, and y'all could go check out Millennial Thoughts. It's also on YouTube as well if you want to.
Yes.
We dive a little deeper into like how we're feeling and stuff like that. But I just wanted to share that and like because August is Wellness Month and everything like that. I thought this would be perfect to add into it, so y'all could think about where y'all are at these 8 dimensions, how you are doing. So let us know in the comments. Which one you feel like you're doing good in, which one do you feel like you want to do better in. And maybe if you even want more conversations about like wellness and different things like that on the podcast. So
definitely. Yeah. So that is the 8 dimensions. And then as far as all of this, I mean, these do play into passions as well. Like that's what this episode's about, is turning your passions into profits. So I mean, honestly, you got to be spiritually balanced, you got to be financially balanced, you got to be emotionally balanced, environmentally balanced, with so many things. Like if you're really trying to cultivate your passion and turn it into something. I mean, as we said, like with Rihanna, Beyonce, all these other these Mongols, how essentially, like, even though they did have teams, it really depends on you as a person, like what you have going on, because if you aren't there, nothing else is going to fall into place, especially if you are the face of your brand, so. That's
what's happening to Erin on Demand. If y'all watch that, she's talking about that. She's pregnant and like trying not to be the face of your brand, because then when you do get pregnant and then you want to take a maternity leave, it's hard if you're the only person in there. So going back on that, turning your passion into a paycheck, I'm not doing all this plugging on purpose, but I really did do a series on passion to paycheck because I think it's really interesting because I do travel. So I did put that on my YouTube channel. I did this in like 2020. I did something called Passion to Paycheck, and I interviewed people who did travel and who turned their passion into paycheck. And one thing you got to know about turning your passion into a paycheck is that it doesn't really be your passion anymore. It's more of like, this is your priority. This is what you have to do. So when you think about being multi-passionate, you think about trying to turn your passion into a paycheck, think about which one is your passion that you just want to keep, that you don't want to be like, I feel so stressed out trying to make money. And so I think that is something that you want to, like put in your brain. You can go check out the series if you want to, Passion to Paycheck, but you don't have to. But like, they talked a lot about how making money now for traveling affects what they do, and like, I gotta get this dog, I gotta do this, like, it's my passion, I love it, but like sometimes you can fall out of love with that. And I would say even with traveling, me being a travel content creator, at one point in time, you fall out of love with like just posting, because now you got to make sure that you have this algorithm ready, this Instagram post ready, this that. So when you think about it, for instance, I watched a podcast. It's called the Repost Podcast or whatever. They were just talking about it. This girl wants to turn her cake business into a business, but like she's making like 1 or 2 cakes every couple of days.
Ooh.
Not every couple of days, every like couple of weeks or whatever. They're like, but she wants to turn it into her business. But it's like, well, you're just making a couple of cakes right now.
Right.
If it goes into your business, you're going to be making like 2 or 3 a day or something like that.
To keep up that definitely.
Money. So when you think about the demand of what your passion is, like, I love talking. I could probably do 5 podcasts, but if I do 5 podcasts, I might fall out of love with doing podcasting, you know?
Right. You're
maybe
not
not me.
Strained out.
Yeah, or general. Like, I love to write, but it's like, do I need to be writing 5 and 6 things all at once? Like, no, that's overwhelming. And like, if that's my paycheck, you have no choice but to do that.
Right.
So you have to kind of think about what that balance is on what you want to do, your passion, and then what you want to do as to get your paycheck. So I
definitely agree with you. Like you said, depending on what your passion is, if you feel like it's something that you don't think you want to turn into a business, it could be profitable. And that's also the margins. Is like sometimes with certain people's passions, you're not going to be able to grow it into like a huge conglomerate or like a huge business anyway. It may only be something that's small or more minuscule, like versus turning it into like a huge corporation. I'm like, if you just started a skincare line, that could be like the next, Fenty or something like that. So I think it definitely depends on what are you passionate about. Like me, I used to be very passionate about makeup and stuff, but once I started doing YouTube and then I wanted to do like an actual business, like a service-based business, I felt like between YouTube, filming the content, then trying to book clients and then go to them, like I started falling out of love with it. And like that defeated the whole purpose, because I was always passionate about makeup. I was always on YouTube watching videos. It was very therapeutic to me. Like even to this day, I still watch people do their makeup, watch people do their hair and stuff like that. But I'm like, it's a lot of work. And it got to that point where it's like, now it's starting to feel a little daunting, and I started feeling burnt out. So I think I am a little still passionate about makeup, but it's not to that point where it's like, okay, now I know since I did a trial and error, I don't want it to be a business. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
I just want to do mine. It's cute and post it.
Yes, exactly. And I was like, that's why I'm like, with podcasting, I've always been passionate about it. I've been talking about it for years. And I'm like, we finally decided to do, well, you've already did podcasting for years. Me, I just started this year. And I was like, it's putting a lot of work into it. But I'm like, this is something I'm passionate about, so I can keep grinding it out. And then like, with having you and like our other team members and stuff like that, it makes it a little bit easier. Like when I did the makeup thing, it was just me. Like, so that's why I felt like I was really burnt out. Like I did contract people off Fiverr and stuff every blue moon. But other than that, I was the marketer. I was the brander. Like I was the person that was doing the accounting, like trying to like do social media. Like it was, it was so much into it. The content creation.
I was gonna say that too. It's the difference when you have a team. Now I was doing everything by myself for my podcast. I was doing that.
Right.
I didn't get burnt out because I think I was too excited to get burnt out, but I did get burnt out a little bit after I graduated. And so then that's why I was like, I need help. So actually my friend came and helped me. And that's what I would say. Like, if y'all don't have a team, I mean, you can lean on your friends and stuff like that. My friend did really help me.
Right.
With that. And then I started getting co-hosts, and I'm like, okay, if you're going to be a co-host, you're going to have to help me. That's why I was like, I really wanted to do like a 2-person one. I've always said it because it's like, it's so much work. And so that's why I'm like, I'm glad I have 2 people so I don't have to do all the work. That's why I'm so nervous to do another podcast, because I'm like, I can't do everything by myself. And it's like, and I have passions outside of podcasting as well. It's so hard. So I was like, really definitely get your dream team. Like we even have a virtual assistant. We've had interns and everything, because it's like, it's so much to do it by yourself. So
it is.
I do agree, like how you're saying, like you can get burned out trying to travel, trying to book it, trying to post, because it's like, it's too much for one person on top of a full-time job. And so it's like, sometimes it turns into your life, which is fine, okay, in a sense. Like it could turn into your life, whatever, that's that's cool. That's what you want to do.
Right.
If that's your dream goal. But if it takes over your life and then you can't even enjoy what you like to do anymore.
Exactly.
It's like, boom. So it's like when it turns into a business, it's a whole different
lane. Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And I do think, like, once you turn your passion into a paycheck, you should still be able to enjoy it. It shouldn't feel like, oh, I'm doing a chore. Like, this is like a job, but I'm clocking into a 9 to 5. Like, no, you should get some excitement out of it. Is it always going to be fun? No. Like, there probably will be some days you're going to have to be doing administrative work, or it's going to be mundane or something like that. Mm-hmm. Like, even the brainstorming around us, like, sometimes we have meetings for hours when we're trying to scope out podcasting ideas or talk about the creative direction of our business, like what vendor events we want to try to go to, like maybe try to look up some collaborations. Like, it takes time. So it's like, whatever you're passionate in, you really need to invest into it. And also, like, doing research as well. Like, you know, if you find yourself, I don't know, if you want to be like a yoga instructor or something like that, go to a yoga retreat. Like, maybe study the art behind yoga to see if you're really passionate behind it. Whatever you're passionate about. I mean, you can definitely turn it into a profit, but just know, is it going to be worth it for you? Like, are you going to be able to balance it out between your lifestyle, what you're getting yourself into, basically?
And then if you are multi-passionate, but you don't know which passion to turn into a paycheck, use your lovely ChatGPT.
Yes.
Like, use your resources. So it's like, okay, if you're passionate about makeup and you're passionate about cooking, well, which one is going to make you more money so that you can free up to do that? Is makeup going to make you more money, or is cooking going to make you more money? So you kind of got to weigh out the pros and cons. I'm not saying go full-fledged business or a business plan, but be like, how much money can I make from makeup? How many clients can I make? Or what can I do with cooking? So it kind of like that also depends on it as well. How much money you're making, how much money you need, and to see which one you want to turn into a passion. I mean, which one you want to turn into a paycheck, basically a profit, versus which one you want to keep on your passion. If you just want to do makeup or whatever, and that also does go into where you live at. Like, if you, like my friend that I just met, I'm using friend loosely, right? But she wants to be a stylist, right? But she lives in a city that they don't really have any events. So she has to think outside the box to be a stylist. So I gave her a couple ideas. She had different couple ideas. So if you want to be a stylist, but you also like cooking. Cooking may make you more money, especially if there's vendor events, you have food. Slight plug. If you want to make some money, be a chef or cook and go to these vendor events. I don't see food or drinks there. Now, that's just a business idea for free, right? But versus like if you live in Atlanta, New York, or Miami, you could do more of the styling events. There's always red carpet events. People are always looking to get dressed and styled. So also think about the environment that you are in and what you want to do. So if that looks like going on TikTok, if that looks like researching, where you're at, what you want to do. Think about where you live in at, and think about what you can do to make profit quicker than how long it's going to take for you to, like, you know, make a name for yourself in that city. So I would add that as a suggestion.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a good suggestion for sure. Just playing into like where you live at, because like you said, if you're a stylist, it may be more prone to be doing that in Atlanta or LA or something like that. So. And I mean, honestly, too, sometimes like with your passions, you can do these passions online as well. So a lot of people, they become like UGC, like the content creators and stuff like that. So they've turned their passions in. Like this girl here on YouTube, she actually turned her dog business into like a multi-million company or something like that, she claims. But like, is pretty much virtually. So now she teaches like all these classes, like in courses to people, essentially, like how she blew up her TikTok shop, and like now she's like traveling all over the place, like here
about
there.
Dogs.
She she would like film her dog, and then like she turned it into like a print on demand business, like essentially. And then she also did like one that was really weird, like lip gloss or something, like. So yeah, I mean, those are kind of her passions, was like makeup, and then she had one about dogs. So like she kind of did two different lanes, but then she made that work for her. So
yeah, I feel like I'm stuck because like I do have passions, but that's like, which passion is going to take me to my profit? So I don't know which one it is. So it's like I'm doing all of them looking crazy.
Not looking crazy.
My mind's going crazy. Mine going mile a minute, because it's just like I have.
Yeah,
I don't have going on. So many passions, but I have certain passions. But I feel like the passions that I have to kind of like figure out which one, because you got to invest in it so much, and then which one's going to make the money. So.
And that was me also, just like a few years ago, especially like around the time the pandemic was like almost starting, or I think it was actually during the pandemic. I was stuck in between, like I knew real estate was kind of like iffy, but it's, real estate is one of those things where people are like, oh, get in real estate, get in real estate. So I'm like, I do see myself selling houses, but I'm like, I didn't know, did I want to become a real estate agent? Did I want to try to do Airbnb? Did I want to try to do wholesaling? Like, there's so many things within real estate. And I really wanted to try to actually go get my license as well. I may still try to do that. That's actually one of my passions as well, selling houses. But I'm like, that's got to be in the later run, because I'm like, that really sucks up and takes a lot of your time.
It does. You gotta never go to events, do that. And so someone said actually get established, and then when you get established, then be a real estate agent.
Yes,
I thought about
exactly.
it too, because you're gonna be networking and stuff. I was gonna ask you, were you in Louisville in 2020? Or were you at home?
I was actually at home.
That's so crazy. I was at home too.
But I did move up here in 2020. It was June though.
That's so crazy. I moved to Atlanta in July.
Oh, really? Oh,
yes,
wow.
I know. I'm like, we could have started the podcast in 2020.
I know.
I don't know if Bumble was out then.
I don't know.
Neither do I. That's crazy.
But I never use it for friends.
I never used. Oh, well, I never used Bumble. I've only
I never heard about Bumble until 2022.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I heard about it 20. Actually, no. I heard about it 2020. Mm-hmm. I heard about Bumble, how to make friends, because that's when I met my friend. Or was it 2021? I think it was 2020, but it was like later on. It was later on 2020, yeah. So I did know about that. That's so funny though. But I was like, we were in the same city and we didn't even like know each other then.
But and that also brings me too with like multi-passionate, because with this business, as us being podcasters, we're passionate about so many different things. So we're trying to create an umbrella where we can incorporate, like for instance, like Alicia knows I like fashion. So that's why we're thinking about coming up with like a launch line, trying to like a loungewear line to come up with that. Also, we like to host events. She likes to travel. So there's so many different things. Like if you have a business where you can kind of create these different entities in them as well, and like streamlines, that's also good as well. Yeah,
you want to do a cocktail line? I'm like, oh, maybe I want to do a mocktail line. I've always wanted to do loungewear because I just like loungewear and I'm just like chilling. I was like, oh, this kind of goes with it,
Yes.
Yeah, and then traveling, trying to do a travel group, trying to do like, places that we can go.
Which you've already been doing events as well, so.
Yeah, I have been doing events and like networking and stuff like that. So I do like that. I like communication. So even within that, you could start with one thing and you can branch it out.
Yes.
So that could be even good too. And so we're still trying to figure it out as well too, as we're talking about it. It's all about women. We chasing our dreams. We trying to get to the bag. So we all community, so we all right here together. It's literally a day at a time, an hour at a time, or whatever. So yeah, I think that is the thing about it, is like we don't really know what this life is going to bring to us. We're just putting things out there and just trying to get it out there.
Yes.
They say manifest it, write it down, and then kind of work towards our goals that we know we want to do. Within that. And I was going to say, if y'all haven't checked out the last episode, it was about financial wellness. So y'all should check that one out, where we talk about moving and relocating and different things like that. Because that's also something that we want to do. We also want to move out of Kentucky. So
she wants to move again. I have not moved yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do. So that's also something too. So even thinking about that and how we are trying to do our passions, like, okay, where does it look good for, we want to do podcasting. Where does that look good? Where can we stay? Or even if we like move different cities, right? But it's like, where will we have to stay, or how will we be able to continue this, And with her job, she wants to make sure she can have her job there. So it's like, and I want to make sure that I can work there wherever I go, you know what I'm saying? So I can't click it, but I don't want it to go down. So I think that's something too that you think about, like, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? What is this going to look like for you if you go here, whatever state, So I think that is something that you think about.
Yes, definitely. So that is our take on being multi-passionate. So if you guys have any sayings, or like how you all balance out your multi-passions, or what are your passions, let us know in the comments, because we're always eager to know. And then we always want to highlight people's success stories and talk about things that you all have interest in as well. So let us know. And I hope you all like this episode actually as well. But yeah, so this kind of wraps up the episode. Do you have anything else to say about being multi-passionate?
I don't have anything about being multi-passionate, but I would say, if you are multi-passionate, get a journal and figure out what your passions are and how you want to navigate them. Create, some goals for yourself to help you figure out your path. And also follow us on social media. TikTok, Black Girls Den.
Yes.
Instagram, the Black Girls Den Podcast. And Facebook, Black Girls Den Podcast. We have a website, but we have events coming up. We want y'all to join, giveaways, as we said. And we might be doing something a little fun in September. I don't know. But if y'all have anything that we should do in September, let us know as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, I just want y'all to follow us on social media. We also are trying to sponsor a passport for college women who do not have one. So if you know one, please have them email us at blackgirlsden@gmail.com. And, we'll send them an application and, they could possibly win a free passport. So, yeah, we have a lot of things that we're trying to do, help women achieve their dreams and goals as we achieve our dreams and goals. And we want to, have that community and do it together. So, yeah, that's all I got to say.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so this is our episode on being multi-passionate, which clearly y'all can see that we are. So there's a lot into it, but I think being passionate is definitely a trial and error thing because everything you do, you may not like it. And like she said, if you want to turn your passion to the paychecks, literally assess it, do the research, maybe even make some business plans and get a mentor depending on what you're trying to do, like get into an incubator program or something like that, just to see how can I take this passion and turn it into a profit, essentially.
Oh, yeah, that's really good. I have mine.
Okay. So we are going to do our affirmations because y'all know at the end of our episodes, we always do a little something. We always do our affirmations or trivia. So, I think I've done this one before. Let me see.
So
you can go ahead.
Okay. Mine says, set your sights high. The higher, the better. Expect the most wonderful things to happen, not in the future, but right now. Elaine Caddy, and it's like a hot air balloon.
Oh, I like that.
Have you've been on one, right?
I have in Arizona.
I don't know nothing about hot air balloons. Yeah, this girl, they have one in Napa Valley. I'm like, okay, I see the turkey.
Oh, you should go.
Ooh, I don't know, but yes, here. This is, one. Maybe y'all should comment and see if we should do a Black Girls Den trip to Napa Valley.
Oh, that would be
wine
dope.
Tasting and stuff like that. Let us know.
So mine it's kind of altitude as well. The most effective way to do it is to do it.
Just do it.
Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Her in the little plane. So I like that. Got the plane in the hot air balloon. So set your sights high.
Okay, period. And go high.
Exactly. Because we're all about chasing dreams.
Yes.
Podcast.
And it is my birthday. So if you would like to send me some money on my Cash App, it is $Alicia. And it'll be in the description.
Okay,
so
period.
Say happy birthday to me and send me some money. Okay. And guess my age because I can't tell y'all.
Oh.
But it's under 30. Okay.
Yeah, she is still
3-0.
spring chicken. Well, happy birthday to Alicia.
Yes, thank you. So, yeah, send me some money on Cash App. I would love it and appreciate it. I might donate it somewhere. So, yeah. But thanks so much for watching.
Yes.
Or listening.
Oh, yes. Because, we come out every Wednesday at 5 p.m., 5 a.m. audio.
Yes, thanks so much. And hopefully you enjoy this episode. We'll see you in the next one.
Hey, bye.
Bye.